In early 2022, in the wake of Russia's shocking invasion of neighboring Ukraine, Finland applied to become a member of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO for short. This broke a long tradition of Finland being an independent military power in Europe. Since the end of World War II, Finland has hosted a large and independent military aimed at deterring Russian aggression. For decades, they didn't need help from Brussels or Washington. Since the establishment of NATO in 1949, nearly 75 years have passed and they never had the need to join them. So why do they feel like they need them now? Let me explain. Finland's past with Russia. Finland has had a very contentious past with neighboring Russia. Finland fought 2 bloody wars in the modern era against Russia. The first Soviet-Finnish War was waged between 1939 and 1940. The second Soviet-Finnish War was fought from 1941 until 1944. In both cases, Finland held its own against larger armies and heavier firepower. After years of warfare, Finland decided enough was enough. If Russia wanted to tangle with its smaller neighbor, they were going to pay for it, dearly. Since 1945, Finland embarked on a militarization campaign that saw it become one of the most militarized nations on Earth, and the efforts were done entirely to deter future Russian aggression. Punching above its weight. According to the Global Firepower Survey, Finland punches well above its weight in terms of military capabilities. Finland ranks 105th in overall global population and 109th in available firepower. Despite that, Finland has put together a seriously impressive military. Finland has the world's 4th largest military reserve, with 900,000 active reservists. That number represents roughly 16% of the entire Finnish population. Reservists receive military training and are obligated to rise to service on a moment's notice if the need arises. Finland is only behind Taiwan, Brazil, and India. Taiwan is under constant threat from communist China, and Brazil and India have vastly greater populations than Finland. Finland has much deeper military reserves than the United States, China, and Russia, 3 of the world's most powerful militaries. The deep reserves allow Finland to be able to mobilize nearly 1 million people in a very short amount of time to respond to any threats to their sovereignty. For comparison, at the start of the war in Ukraine only had 250,000 active reservists. Up until now, these deterrent efforts have been successful. Russia has not started a war against Finland since 1941. If Finland has been successful at deterring Russia up until this point, why do they need NATO now? A change in the calculus. After Russia's invasion of Ukraine, many people in the world started questioning the modern world order. It is now apparent that a larger neighbor can again invade a smaller neighbor with little international military pushback. It made countries like Finland and Taiwan perk up and realize that they might not be as safe as previously thought. If Russia can invade Ukraine, could they invade Finland? Could China invade Taiwan? Most people believed that aggressive wars of expansion between regional neighbors were a thing of past centuries. Invading a nation simply to expand its own borders is a relic from the 19th and 20th centuries. At least they thought that was the case. Finland made the calculated move to apply for NATO membership. Despite their deep reserves, storied military history, and prowess, they feel like they could benefit from NATO protection. In the past, such a move would have been seen as highly inflammatory, but now the world is already inflamed against Russia and Russia against the world, so the downsides of making such a political move are much more subdued than they would have been previously. NATO membership offers Finland blanket protection that they did not feel like they needed until the events of 2022 exploded. When will Finland be allowed into the alliance? With all that being said, when will Finland officially join NATO? The answer to that question is still not clear. All of the members of NATO have accepted Finland's bid with the exception of 2. Hungary and Turkey are the 2 holdouts. Turkey openly said they are opposed to letting in Finland into the alliance and is holding up the process. Hungary has said they are taking Turkey's position into account and will not make a decision until Turkey finalizes theirs. Experts agree that this is likely just a delaying tactic to squeeze concessions out of other NATO member countries before they vote yes, but as of now, their hesitation has held up the official entrance of Finland into NATO. Until then, Finland remains independent and on its own when it comes to global military affairs. History has taught us that the nation is more than capable of defending itself. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next one.